Hi, Farrah.
Hi. Now that I'm showered, I'll say hi to everybody. Hi, guys.
Ooh, this podcast just took a whole nother turn.
Our live ZeeBox event is starting in 3, 2, 1, now. I love having to meet Big Brother, the parts I remember anyway.
Want to know what really happened? I have all the dirt from the live feed.
I never joke about Big Brother unless you're a floater in the game.
Hey everybody, Eric Curto here from YourRealityRecaps.com with an all-new Big Brother group weekly recap show that we broadcast live every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel and in our ZeeBox room. We take your questions live and interact with all of you during the show. This is the edited version with all the bells and whistles, but you guys should totally check out the live version sometimes too. And on these shows, myself, John, and Michelle get in-depth on every little detail from this past week's Big Brother show and live feeds, and we're usually joined by some Big Brother alum. Now since look, I know, this show can be a little bit long, just remember that if you're watching in YouTube or on a YouTube player, you can click on the buttons all around this video to jump to the parts of the show that you want. And if you're watching in YouTube, check out the description below because we have chapter markers that allow you to skip to a specific topic you want to hear us talk about. Or skip over ones, like this intro, but why would you want to do that? And of course, all of our other links and show notes are there as well. And hey, do me a favor, since you're there anyway, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our shows. Because look, it really helps and you'll never miss a show. If you want another way to help, you can join the live feeds through us over at YourRealityRecaps.com or just simply donate when you're over there. It does cost a lot of money. Now, look, make sure you stick around to the end of the show because I'm not all just beggy. We also have a whole bunch of special announcements, prize giveaways, and contest winners that we have to announce. But since we have so much to get to right now this week, you know what? Let's just jump right into it, and you know the deal. You can follow me over at Twitter. I'm at Reality Recaps.
Hey everyone, it's John Richardson. I'm so excited to talk Big Brother and Julie Chen's interview or exit interview with Aaryn. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
Hey everybody, it's Michelle from the Bronx here. Yo, what's up? You can find me at You Got Bronx on Twitter.
Hi, I'm Adam. I was on Big Brother 13. I'm at Heavy Metal Teddy on Twitter. Just want to, reminder to everybody, tomorrow is International Bacon Day. Tomorrow is International Bacon Day. Make sure tomorrow you eat some bacon. It's the most important day of the year.
Okay, Adam, I don't really love bacon, as you're aware, but let me tell you what I do know. Well, no, you should come back because let me tell you what I do know from the person who loves bacon in my life, which would be you. Bacon bits aren't really bacon. He can hear us. He's just faking.
I just got some bacon brought in from Michigan, of all things, because apparently it's better in Michigan. Don't know.
Time out. There is the bacon bits that you buy in the store that say imitation bacon bits. That's not real bacon. There are bacon bits that are made from real bacon. Ask for it by name.
But they have like huge festivals too, don't they? I saw it somewhere, I think on the news or something, where there's a bacon festival.
There's several bacon festivals.
Is there?
Week, I'm going to one called Pig Island, which last year Pig Island was where Farrah and I got engaged, of course. That's next weekend. The same day in Hoboken, where I live, 6 blocks from my house, there's the Bacon Bash. But I would rather travel to Brooklyn for Pig Island because it's going to be much better bacon. And even though it's right up the street, you got to think about it. You want to walk to get decent bacon, or would you drive for some awesome bacon? And you know what? I'm driving for some awesome bacon.
So when you were on Pig Island, how did you propose?
How did I propose on Pig Island? That's a great story. I had the ring in my pocket all day. Farrah and I go to a lot of bacon events.
You didn't wrap it in bacon or anything?
We go to a lot of bacon events, and usually when we get there, like, we divide and conquer. Like, she'll go one way, I'll go another way. We'll meet up, we'll taste stuff, we'll get stuff, get 2 portions, meet in the middle, share. This day, I stayed next to her the entire time because I had the ring in my pocket. I didn't know when the perfect time was going to be. I didn't want to miss the perfect time. It never really happened while we were there. So as we're walking back to the ferry to get on the boat back to New York, I asked her how she liked her day, and she said it was great. She asked me how I liked it. I'm like, could have had more bacon. Actually, no, so I said, you know what would make today better? And she was like, well, I want more bacon. And I'm like, and I got on my knee and I put the ring up, and she was like, oh my God, is this real? Is this real? And I'm just sitting there like, Farrah, will you marry me? And she's like, oh my God, is this really happening? She starts crying.
Oh.
People see what's going on, they're clapping, and she's like, oh my God, oh my God. She gets down, she hugs me, she kisses me, and I'm like, well? And she's like, oh yes, yes, yes. I get up down, so when I kneeled down, there was a pile of rocks and sticks. Like, I didn't think about it through. I just went down on my knee, and it was like digging into my knee. Yeah, that was 1 year ago. Sunday is the anniversary of it, but it was 1 year ago on International Bacon Day, which is the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. So eat your bacon.
Awesome. Eat your bacon. Congratulations.
That is a great segue for us, Adam, because it was also apparently an anniversary this past week on Big Brother of other Big Brother couples. So, I guess they felt that, I guess Farrah wasn't on Big Brother, so you and Farrah can't technically be a Big Brother couple.
No. For the live feeders know that, we are a Big Brother couple because I talk to her every night. 10-10, love you, Farrah. Miss you, baby. I had the rest of the house doing it. The best part about that, besides, of course, Farrah starting to have fans, was the week that Rachel thought Brendan was home. So at 11:11 that week, every night, she would talk to Brendan. And she would just recap the day. When we found out later that he was not even home watching it, it was even funnier than her trying to do it. There were nights where the camera just would actually get sick of her talking to it, and it would just turn away from her, and she would follow it around. It was just stuff to have fun in the backyard because there was nothing else to do. It was. So Farrah was not officially on the show, but she is part of the show. But now seeing those three couples, it's so weird. That's half of my cast from Big Brother 13. Me plus those six, that's half the cast. And other than one of them, I outlasted them all. So.
You did. And I actually believe maybe on the edit of our live show, I'll ding in. But I know for a fact I did videos of the camera getting away from Rachel on those scenes. But we need to talk this week, Big Brother, more specifically focusing on last night's episode. This episode that you guys are all watching right now live, you should know you can leave your questions for Adam, for any of us in our ZeeBox room, or over on Twitter. You can send me a message at Reality Recaps on Twitter, or like I say, in the comment section in the ZeeBox room. And we're just all spoilers. So anybody, you should watch last night's episode already. There hasn't been a lot that's happened in the house yet, but I'm sure we're going to talk about it. So I think you should be good. But Big Brother's real time, people. Is there any spoilers? All right. So let's talk about last night's episode. And I think we should not bury the lead. We should get right into Aaryn being evicted and Julie's interview with her. I am dying to hear, Adam, what you think about it, and John and Michelle, what you guys think about it. Go ahead, Adam.
Okay. For me, it's kind of, there's both sides of it. I can see both sides. First of all, it was something that needed to be said to Aaryn. Aaryn needed to know what was going on. The fact that Julie prefaced it by saying she can't tell her anything's going on in the outside world, that kind of gave her some more game information going into the jury house. So I have a little bit of problem with that. So I thought, Julie handled herself very well. She stayed the Chen bot. She had no emotion, just speaking it out there. And you saw the oh shit moment by Aaryn when she realized, oh my God, I really did say those things. And oh my God, and again, as an ex-player knowing that those cameras are on you 24/7, you can't even joke about things like that. You can't even joke about things like that because people like you guys out there will be writing this all down and time-stamping, and while that's great, it's also could hurt you. So personally, I always watch what I said. Aaryn is 22 years old, a sheltered life. She tried to blame it on other people, but you saw her coming around. So as long as she realizes what she's done and tries to make a better life out of this, what Julie said at the end there, like, you'll have a new perspective. I just hope for her sake she has a new perspective when she gets out of here.
So you think she's not a racist, she's just a Texan, like she said?
You know what? I'm not going to call her racist. I'm not going to call her a Texan.
You're not even going to call her a Texan?
Well, there was a picture posted about, Texas. Everyone's welcoming Texas except for Aaryn. I saw a picture somebody posted last night. Now, you know what? She's young. Hopefully she has time to just realize that you can't joke about that stuff in public setting, private setting. It's not appropriate. And again, 22 years old versus I was 40 years old in that house. I know better. I've learned my lessons through life. And she has a lot of lessons to be learned. So here's one of them.
All right. I'm throwing everything out the window. If it's written down on a piece of paper for Julie to talk about, she's going to talk about it. And she asked Aaryn flat out, does she regret or have anything to say about what she said? And Aaron's like, hey, I didn't say anything. So Julie went right to the cards. If Aaryn would have said, oh, yeah, I'm really sorry. I know I said a bunch of shit that was really bad, I don't think she would have went to the cards. But when Julie had those cards there, I was like, read them, woman, read them. And Julie, you got the last word on this one. You have been offended, completely offended from the first week that they were in the house, and you have been wanting to sink your teeth into Aaryn, and I hope it was a big old yummy bite. You could top it with some bacon if you want, but I thought it was awesome.
She was so awesome.
Now,
and what?
I agree with Michelle. I kind of didn't actually think of that. My whole stance on this, until you just said that, Michelle, was I don't think it was fair what Julie did to Aaryn. I do not like Aaryn. I will say she said a lot of racist things, but the way that was handled, blindsiding her, giving her no preparation for it, and pushing her out into it, I really didn't think was fair. And I think Julie's questioning gave her too much information into the outside world in the game, which was also not fair. But you do bring up a good point. She did give her a chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think what Julie should have said was, because she said to the house,
bring her you some rice. You want some now?
Yeah, the whole
Michelle.
bed flipping thing. She should have said, we all watched the bed flipping thing happen. People in the house like Candace and Howard accused you of being racist. What is your reply to that? I don't think she needed to pull out the quotes and go
she
down
would
that
have
road.
said, I'm not racist. I mean, she walked out and people were booing.
They had multiple DR sessions about this. There is no way in hell that she didn't know that this was going to be a topic coming outside the house. Many people had been talking about it. Tons of stuff on the feeds. Tons of DR little leakage coming out and saying, and we have the whole episode on TV with Amanda trying to get her back together.
Yeah.
She couldn't get her to regroup. And it's, with everything going on, it might have been all the way back here, but Julie gave her a good old backpack and she coughed it up.
I think if she just said maybe just about the Asian comment, maybe Julie wouldn't have done anything. But I mean, she did it to black people, to gay people, and to Asian. You know what I mean? So I thought she did a really good job. I love it.
Go ahead, Adam.
Let's see how Julie handles the other interviews, because Aaryn has not been the only one who has said bad stuff. If she's going to read Aaryn the Riot Act, when Amanda gets out, when Gina Marie gets out, when Spencer gets out, I can't remember Judd or McCrae ever saying anything.
Andy,
McCrae may have gone along. Andy may have gone along too, but I understand why they would not say something, because if you say something in the wrong place at the wrong time, you go tit for tat, you get into a fight, you're out of the house, $500,000. But I can't remember Judd or McCrae saying anything. And you know why? Because they're live feeders and they know what the hell you guys do out there.
Oh my God, no, that cannot stand true for McCrae because everything that he has done so far is nothing what us live feeders would normally do. He's lost in the world of the P word, and I won't even say it. He's caught up in some lippage there. Yeah, we know, he's whipped.
See, I think I also feel bad for Aaryn that she's the fall girl for all the racism. I've said that this whole season, and I completely agree with you, Adam. I think the reason, though, they're not going to rip everybody apart is because they want her to be the fall person. I don't think CBS wants Big Brother to be seen as the show of racists. Just here's the one person we're putting up as the racist. But there's a lot of other good stuff going on over here. If they keep bombarding every person when they get out as being a racist.
That's why last night's episode, I think they had the couples and they had Dan on the show because for CBS to get the viewers at home, they brought back all their favorite people to look at. So it brought a lot of people in. They knew it was going to be a big show. They put these people on there for the fluff piece to give the 6.5 million viewers that don't watch the feed, that don't know anything else other than the CBS edit. It made them happy so that the other 500,000 of us out there can get on Twitter and talk angry and, all right, God darn, CBS this, that. But you know what? CBS is definitely saving face. Come on, they're CBS. They know what they're doing. There's a reason why they're still in business.
Now, I think that it was a little bit more of a personal thing, too, because of the whole Rice comment that was, listen, CBS, Julie Chen, you can't say one without thinking the other. And I am sorry if even if she does use it for her own personal platform, good for her. Good for her. Because you know what? She was offended, and she has the right to speak on behalf of herself. And she chose that platform. She's married to the guy who runs the goddamn CBS thing. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I think we need to get off the Aaryn topic unless anybody has anything really important to say. Hopefully, and I think she will, like you said.
I just have one thing to say.
Go ahead.
As an ex-player, as somebody who's been in the situation, give this girl a chance to realize what she's done before you judge her. Give her a chance. If you can look yourself in the mirror and say you've never fucked up in your life, you have to give this girl a chance to realize she fucked up, give her a chance to come back. If after she comes back, she still doesn't realize what she's done, hey, you know what, that's on her. But give her a chance to really recognize what happened. 22 years old. When you were 22 years old, you've made plenty of mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. Just not on a cameras 24/7. But, Adam, I do agree with you. And I do agree with what you said earlier, too, is when Julie gave her all of that and then kept talking. You could see in her face while she was kind of digesting it and going, oh my goodness, and just, her stomach probably dropped. It was just like, oh my gosh, so I don't know.
That was the hardest handshake Julie had to ever give.
Oh.
Well, that was my whole point. That's how I was going to definitely wrap it all up.
Sorry,
with
Aaryn.
Aaryn. I thought that she would. I hope that she uses her platform of I got to see myself in a new way, and I can go out and educate and help people. Good luck to you, Aaryn. We all here wish you well. Okay, so we have a question from the chat room from one Brian Lynch, who wants to know, and he is over, he does a show with Rob all about Big Brother 2 at Rob has a website. So he says, last night the exterminators discussed taking out McCrae over Amanda. Is it possible for Amanda to change this with her behavior?
Yep.
So here, I will say I think they should take out McCrae first and leave the bigger target in the house personally. But what do you guys think?
I think that they really want to have this whole bromance thing. They want to have another brigade thing, no matter how crippling it might have come together, and they'll swap in like McCrae for Gina Marie when the time comes. I think it's all going to depend upon how McCrae acts after today, which direction they're going to lean into. Yes, we know that Amanda's a big target, but McCrae hasn't been really winning anything, and he hasn't been showing any loyalty to these guys. So they might just say, you know what? We know Amanda is still going to go after the girls. She's not going to come after us. So, yeah, we'll get rid of McCrae. I don't know.
You know what? I think McCrae has been playing a great game because he's been walking right behind Amanda the entire time, letting her do all the dirty work. He's still the friendly, happy guy that talks. Like, nobody has ever gotten into a fight with him. The fact, I think the better move is probably to get rid of Amanda over McCrae. I can see them wanting McCrae could win and protect her, whereas you get rid of her, he can win and protect himself. So I see that as a good strategy move, but I'm rooting for McCrae, man. He's a super fan. I want him to win. So I don't know if you saw my tweet last night. I was so hoping that McCrae won HOH, turned on Amanda, and got her out of the house. It would have been the greatest moment in Big Brother history. You still have a chance. We still have a chance. If McCrae's off the block, McCrae is the vote that sends her home. That would be the most epic move ever. He's a super fan. He should know showmances never get to the final two. Even Dan Giesling said it last night. Showmances don't get on the final two.
We don't say Dan Giesling's name on this show, Adam. I don't like... No, McCrae is a super fan who's not doing anything a super fan should do, so it's really hard for me to root for McCrae at all, period, end of story. Sure, he's playing a great or a good hide behind Amanda game.
But isn't that a good game though? I mean, he was just on the block for the first time this week. I mean, that's a good game. I agree with Adam. He's walking behind Amanda, and Amanda's doing all the dirty work. I want to see Amanda go. It's just gross. Ugh.
Okay, it's a good game only up to a certain point, but when the animosity in the house got to the levels that it got at, McCrae could not control her. So it shows that, one, he has no loyalty to anybody but Amanda, and two, that he doesn't have control of Amanda. So, you know what? If he can't control his woman, then he needs to go. Like, I can see the reason that those guys are going to use that, saying, you can't keep her in check. She's not going to do what we want. Well, I mean, that's what they refer to each other as. Like, me, I always say a whole bunch of other things, but I'm being nice. Screw that, though.
Why not get rid of the one you can't control?
But
because you leave the bigger target in the house. Leave the bigger target in.
No, you know what? That's a good idea when there's 10 people left, when there's 8 people left. They're getting down to the final 6 now. Like, do you want to get that person there, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, they win? Because you had so many opportunities to get them out. They had her on the block those 2 weeks in a row. Everybody thought Judd was MVP. I don't know. They had the chance to get her out. If they let her get much further, she's gonna win.
Yeah.
So you could say the same thing then about Elissa, right?
You know what, Elissa? No, I don't think you can say the same thing about Elissa.
I mean, as far as leaving her in there, if she gets to the end, it could be very dangerous.
You know what? She won't really have that much because she was only loyal to one person. She didn't really play a well-rounded game, and depends on how the people are voting. We got to see what happens. The rest of the jury is still to be determined. But I don't think people have respected Elissa in the game only because she had the MVP the first 3 weeks. I think they'll hold that against her. That it was, somewhat of an advantage that was not really her. It was given to her. So I think there's more of an argument against Elissa unless, if she wins out, though, you got to give her credit for that.
All right. I think that Elissa having the MVP was a disadvantage. However, everybody used it to their advantage. So by her allowing them to use that advantage, that helped everybody that's in the jury across the board. So she helped everybody's game. So she was, in fact, effective inside the game. And then once she wound up being nominated, well, of course she's not effective in the game because she's nominated. She's not going to make any moves. She can't make any decisions. And she became effective immediately last week. Immediately when Helen left. And those people that starting the game now, right now, like Andy's starting the game now, Gina Marie is starting the game now, Elissa's starting the game now. If you look at those three right there, they are going to come in pretty strong. Judd is behind, but I think Elissa is going to play a very strong game from here on out. And she's speaking her mind and she's taking a stance, which is a lot more than you can say for 3/4 of that cast.
Well, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Adam.
Good win.
Yeah, yes. Adam, question for you from Cadet, which ties in right now. Cadet from our ZeeBox room. He says, since you watch the live feed so much and you also played with Rachel, are there any similarities that you see in their gameplay?
Gameplay, no, but the resemblance is uncanny. There are just times where I'm watching the feeds and I'll see her just like eating at the kitchen counter, and I'll have a flashback. Their games are similar in the one way that they're both fierce competitors, and you can see when life is on the line, they know how to respond. That's the one similarity. If you remember Big Brother 13, Rachel was the one that was following Danielle around. Rachel was the one that could not get away from Danielle and made Danielle's life miserable. Elissa, on the other hand, she was Danielle in that situation, and Amanda was Rachel in that situation. So, I think as well, if anybody came at Rachel the way Amanda came at Elissa, Elissa definitely was classy and held herself in check. Rachel, and there would have been hair pulling, scratching, clawing, biting, and there was no way in hell I would have gotten in the middle of that one.
Go ahead, Michelle.
I think that the way that Elissa has been pretty much coached to go in, and what she went through outside of the house, which I've said before, with her sister being on the season and seeing what Rachel had to go through on her first season, and then being successful on the second time around. I think that helped Elissa inside the house. And if it's absolutely true that this stuff doesn't bother her, then good for her. She has way more than I could even think about having. So if somebody came at me and I had everything that I wanted and I kind of just wanted to play the game because I wanted to play the game, I would probably be like, yeah, you're a little crazy. But if you get me today, I'd be like, get out of my face! Don't come at me! I would be a whole different person.
Well, I am glad, because I do think we need to talk a little bit about this whole Amanda and Elissa thing. We're getting tons of comments. I'm not even going to read all of them. Dana, Lydia, Steven, Night Owl. Everybody wants to know what we think about the whole Amanda versus Elissa feud. And I'm even going to bring it into spoiler time. Amanda picked it right back up last night. The second they came back and we found out, again, spoiler alert, pull your headphones out, Gina Marie won HOH. Amanda was on top of Elissa, going at her. Now here's the thing. You're going to say the same thing I'm going to say. Go ahead.
No, before that, though, Amanda was kissing Gina Marie's ass. Gina Marie was in the bathroom. Amanda was kissing that ass like she thought, hey, you know what? It's gotten her this far. She might as well keep trying. Did you see the boo-hoo today?
Oh, yeah.
Forget about the boo-hoo. Before they even got to that, Amanda railing on Elissa, and then finally just ends it with, doesn't matter, Elissa, you'll be on the block tomorrow. You'll be on the block tomorrow. That was part one of the best part, followed by Gina Marie hugging Amanda like when they're alone, and to us, the viewers, being like, she's going up, she's crazy, bye Amanda, to the cameras.
Waving the HOH key. Even when she was hugging her, she was looking in the mirror and you could see her reflection, and she was giving the, oh my god, how much longer do I have to hold this? Walks away and kind of, even today, it's just everything we're getting, all Gina Marie. Yes. And I don't forgive her what she said earlier in the season. It is not forgotten, people. So you don't have to give me hate tweet. It is not forgotten. But she is recovering herself, and just like Helen said, Gina Marie's got a good heart, and with the right people, she will do the right things, and that's what we're seeing right now.
One of the things real quick about Gina Marie, and you saw Jesse do this too, when other people are being negative and racist, you saw other people kind of like letting their guard down and letting stuff slip to like kind of fit in. Gina Marie's a New Yorker. You can definitely tell she gets fired up, but she is a dangerous player down the stretch here. I mean, the challenges that are meant for small people, she's always been near the top, and she can pull off a challenge or two. Next thing you know, she's in the final three, and that one of those final three are endurance. So depending who she's with, you can see Gina Marie in the final two.
Oh yeah, even with that sardine soft serve challenge, right, where she was just sitting there. Oh.
The fro-yo, bro.
And she's got a big mouth and knows how to use it.
Yo.
Yeah. And for all of you who hate Gina Marie, and I will say, I echo what Michelle said, was not a fan of her in the beginning of the game, but I think Big Brother is a reflection of society, and it's a perfect example how when you are around negative people, you can become negative. She's getting around the good people. She's coming around. But for all of you who hate Gina Marie, today at 10:03 on camera 3, you can go back and watch her fall down the stairs.
It was bad.
So,
it was
yeah.
bad.
Oh. Wait,
Did she throw out the slippers?
Yeah, I don't know if she threw out the slippers, but yes, it will be in my mashup show this weekend. Don't you worry. But for those of you who need it right now live, I think it was 10:03 on camera 3. She falls down the stairs, and then for those who watch the edited version of this later, bloop 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 bloop. There it is.
Yeah, she's hurting big time too from it, like right now, because they had trivia, and we can get to those spoilers whenever you're ready.
Yeah, well, sure. Go ahead and fill us in while I go get us some more questions.
Okay, so apparently they were woken up. Amanda went up and tried to turn on the waterworks for Gina Marie, and then we go to trivia, and we were told by Julie that Sunday they were going to have a special comp. So Sunday for the show, the CBS ad show, means today. They had a competition, and apparently it rained balloons in the house. Balloons and confetti all inside the house. They were on an HOH lockdown, and we come back to a complete disaster party central in the house, and Spencer won $10,000.
He's going to need it. He doesn't have a job.
Didn't he also win $10,000 earlier?
No, he won the Bahamas.
Oh, right, he got Bahamas.
Oh, good. He'll have time off, too.
I didn't win any trips. God damn it.
Oh, but you have such a cute elf costume.
And I had Tori Spelling. Okay, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought it might be, like a Pandora's box, but you know what? I think with Jean Marie winning, they're going to hold off on the Pandora's box for when they really need it. I was looking for a special veto ball or something that might help out somebody in the following week, especially with a double eviction coming up as well on Thursday now, so we have something to look forward to. It seems like Gina Marie is so wiped out that she's on the couch now with a swollen foot from the fall down the stairs. There's confetti all over the house. Elissa loves confetti, and Amanda's like, I hate that bitch. So that's where we're at right now inside the house. I actually don't even know if they're at trivia. They haven't had the "don't put me up yet, please" to Gina Marie, and I don't know how that's going to go. I kind of don't even want to have to type out the "don't put me up" speeches, and this is the reasons why you shouldn't put me up, because we all know the exterminators are just going to say, "Yo, bro, we're all together. Yeah, high five. Let's spray some, ad spray," and it's going to be McCrae and Amanda that are really the only ones that are going to be pleading for their life without even knowing it.
I feel bad for Gina Marie because last night, when it was also equally as funny, and I will say this is where I falter a little in my love for Elissa, because I know we all are hating on Amanda, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying two wrongs don't make a right. Elissa does throw a lot of shit Amanda's way too, which could piss a lot of people off. With her, "You're disgusting. You're gonna get STDs in the pool." Like, that shit adds up too over time. As mean as Amanda is, no, but take the moral high ground and stick with it. However, so Amanda and Elissa would not leave Gina Marie last night, and Andy and the rest of the exterminators, Spencer and Judd, were just hanging out in the backyard, like, fuck Gina Marie, we'll let them two battle out. We don't have to do anything. That really bothered me last night.
But they know her girl can hold her own, man. Like, why even bother? Why get involved in it? Like, when Gina Marie's going to come back and tell them everything anyway, then Alyssa's going to have her version, and Amanda's going to have her version, and they're going to know Gina Marie's not going to even friggin' lie. She's going to be like, yo, it was a cat fight up there, bro. Let's just, like, get down and, like, do some shit. Like, let's just play pool, bro. Like, that's all she's gonna do. She's really not even gonna, like, embellish upon it because everyone's already seen it for themselves. Spencer has gotten up and walked away from it. Judd wants something to do with it. Andy's already sick of it. McCrae's trying to hold Amanda down and telling her to stop making herself like a target and make herself a victim. And, yeah, Alyssa's giving it back to Amanda, but you gotta appreciate, Alyssa's held her tongue this whole flipping time. This whole time. She's got 8-9 weeks of Amanda-isms in her to throw back. And now she's gonna start giving it back. That's all.
No, but she has been doing little digs here and there. But what I thought was funny was, you know, the CBS edited version last night. Oh, you know, and Julie was asking them, saying, oh, yeah, Elissa and I are fine. We've made up, blah, blah, blah. And then to turn around and start doing it again to her?
Well, did you hear the way that
Yeah, I know.
Amanda's like, oh, it's under the bridge, no problem. We're good. We're good. I'm like, Elissa, are you guys good? She's like, well... there's things that
it's a game, and there's people, and there's a house, and there's a backyard, and you know.
That's what started it all back up again last night. Was Amanda was pissed at Alyssa's answer to kind of start it all off with.
I think out of everything, when Amanda said, well, now they know not to push my buttons. You got Gina Marie mean mugging her over to her left. Alyssa's like, there you go. Like, that's what started it. You don't tell somebody, at least now they know not to push my buttons. Like, who the frig are you? Like, seriously. So that would set me off, regardless of anything.
Adam, are you telling people to comment below?
No, I'm telling people, you know, if you tell somebody don't push my buttons,
push it. I'm gonna show you. My button is like a fucking target, like this big. I'm telling you, it's not hard to hit it.
It's bigger than that.
To hit it at all.
And it's on each side of you. Okay.
I will say, everybody comment below. I don't think Elissa or Amanda are right in this at all. I think they've both done it all season long. Elissa just does it in the lesser, passive-aggressive way that pisses the shit out of me when people do it. And Amanda has done it in the worser, more personal way, but both are wrong.
To bring it all back to what we were talking about earlier, how Amanda was the one telling Aaryn early on, hey, watch what you say and do. And now Amanda has become 20 times worse than Aaryn was as far as the stuff that she's doing that is just bullying. It's kind of amusing how, but you know what, at the same time, they're in that house 70 days right now. I was only in that house 75 days. So they still have, 7 people left in the house?
3 weeks.
It's still a lot of game to go. People are really starting to lose their minds. And, the one that's going to end up winning is going to be the one who can keep their head together the most. Again, I'm thinking McCrae has a good shot with this. Him and Amanda go up. If they stay on the block, it'll be so much easier for him to tell the guys, hey, you know what? I know we got to get rid of her. Got to get rid of her. And he will sell her out to stay in the game.
Well, Andy's throwing the competition. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
Of course.
And I think Spencer is probably in the same thing. And I think Elissa and Gina Marie and Judd are all going to try and win it. So, why?
One of them won't play.
No, I think all of them play.
No, there's 7 people left.
6, right? Yeah. So. Wow, I wonder who would stay out. Andy? Yeah. Andy's going to host.
I hope from last night that we get to see Gina Marie getting her HOH basket and the room because they lost their shit. I fell asleep like 5 minutes before she got that room and woke up to the blood-curdling screams. You would have thought somebody just won $1 gamillion over Crest white strips or the 99-cent brand of it. Like, ripping their hair out, Oprah special, flipping beds. They got Crest white strips. So they were clearly acting about it, but it was some insane shit last night getting that room.
Hey, time out. I will tell you, getting new shit in the house, not only is it good to get new stuff, but there's new things that you can read. There's new packages you can read. I mean, I put a Biore strip on for crying out loud. You know, that's how bored you are in the house because Portia got Biore strips in her basket. We're up there. The girls are doing them. Sure, give me one. One of the greatest moments, if you're into this kind of stuff, is when I took it off. I had a ton of blackheads because I've never done this before. And Portia was so disgusted by it, but kept asking me, can I see it again? Can I see it again? Here you go. Ew! Can I see it again? That's how good that house.
And now, oddly enough, Adam, I would point out how disgusting I think it is that, as you mentioned, us people that have the live feeds would have to watch such a thing. But considering that we're getting anal bleaching this year, anal bleaching on the feeds, great. Give me the Biore pore strips days back, because we fucked that shit up.
I did not see that. I do not want to see that.
Ghetto.
I want to see it. How do you do it? Can you do it yourself?
Yes, it was a whole remedy. John, I'm giving you a flashback. Enjoy.
Honey and lemon juice. I have not done it. I just had to, unfortunately, hear them talk about it for a half hour. Hey, Adam.
Tell me when you're done talking about anal bleaching.
We're done. Okay. We're done. Great. Adam, Steven from our ZeeBox room wants to know who is the player, and I think you've already answered it, that you've admired the most this season. But are you going to say McCrae?
No. The person I admire the most actually was Howard. I really liked, you could see the inner struggle with him being a good person outside the house, getting into the game and realizing he has to lie. He wasn't a good liar because it's not who he is. And when all of the stuff that was going down early on in the house, he was always the voice of reason. He was the one that kept the lid on it. You saw after he went out, that's when Candace just lost all control with her and Gina Marie. Howard was just such a positive force that him leaving the game definitely made that house go from crazy to fucking bonkers.
No.
What?
30 seconds is up. Your 30 seconds is up. Your 30 seconds is up. I gotta love that boy. Sorry.
Well, that wasn't Howard. That was Candace.
I know. He said that Candace lost her shit. So the 30 seconds is up. Your 30 seconds is up.
Yeah.
Gotta piece it together. It's only Friday. Come on.
It is. It is only Friday.
Okay.
Go ahead, Michelle. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, always.
Go ahead.
All right. So with Gina Marie, completely lying now to Amanda and McCrae. And it's really Amanda that she is lying to because McCrae is saying he doesn't know where he stands with Gina Marie and Andy's kind of like bluffing him. Andy's on that fence. You know, he wants to be now with the exterminators, but he still had this relationship with Amanda and McCrae. What's it going to take for him to completely sever from Amanda and McCrae? Will it be the eviction or will it be before the eviction? Because you know someone's going to lose it tonight or today or now. I have no idea what's happening. What's going to take for Andy to separate completely?
I thought Andy was really, really sick of Amanda's behavior with Elissa and just, and that's when he decided to get into the exterminator pack because he was just sick of her and wanted her out.
Right. Publicly, he is sick of her, but for his game, he's always making sure that he's protected on the other side. And as somebody who knows how to do that, it's kind of you're in a tricky spot because you actually have to show your hand. And like right here, he's really going to have to show his hand who he's with, which is always the tough moment is actually, here you go, that's who I'm with. Right. And it's gotten Andy this far. He realizes he's painting himself into a corner. Again, kind of know what that's like to paint yourself into a corner, to give yourself less of a chance to win, but more of a chance to get there. And that's what Andy's doing right now.
Right. I'm sorry. Was that Farrah in the background screaming you're a floater, Adam?
Yes, that was Farrah.
Hi, Farrah. Love you. Here's the thing, Adam. I defended you on your season, and I'll defend Andy now. I don't think he's playing a bad game. It's a different strategy. He is now perfectly in the middle of two 4-people alliances, Amanda, McCrae, kind of, sort of Spencer, and Gina Marie, and then the Exterminator side, or however they fall out. He's perfectly in the middle. Week after week, he votes somebody on the other side out. Nobody is hating him, with the exception of Helen. I think Helen would vote Amanda over him, I think. But everybody else.
Elissa, too.
Alyssa knows. Alyssa's definitely going after Andy. Alyssa wants nothing to do with Andy. Helen told her, get rid of Andy. Now, if somebody else can get rid of Amanda this week, and Alyssa wins next week, she's going after Andy.
Right.
Well, let me ask you all this. Let's say Andy is in the final 2. Who would he need to be up against to win that?
Amanda.
No, I would say Spencer. I would say Spencer. If he was up against Amanda, Amanda could say, hey, he's here because I got him here. I did all the dirty work. I dragged him along. He could say, oh, yeah, I rode her coattails. If Andy's in the final 2 and he wins his way into the final 2, though, and he has the choice of who he has to take, if I was him, I would be taking a Spencer, just because what did Spencer do all year? Spencer saved himself one time with one veto, but he wasn't even the target that week.
Right.
And if he gets voted out wait, camera's not on me. And if he gets voted out at final 3, Adam, you have some advice for him, and it's vote for the right person, correct?
You know what? I cannot speak for what anybody else does in that house. It's their game. It's their way to play. They do what they want to do. No advice here. Obviously, my advice sucks. It got me to 3rd place. I didn't win anything. So, if Dan gave you advice, if Ian gave you advice, take their advice. Don't take my advice.
Do you think that there's going to be a have-not competition or a food coming now that they had this luxury?
Whatever they did today, that's the competition. If they're building outside, they're building the veto for tomorrow.
Yeah, they're on a lockdown, so for sure.
And I agree with your answer with Andy. I think if you had to pick anyone to be up, it would be Spencer to win. That's a really good point, Adam, that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I know how to talk about the game. I just don't know how to win the damn game.
I think getting the final 3 was very good, Adam. I think that was good. A lot of people complaining who didn't make it half that far.
I painted myself into a corner. I gave myself a 1% chance to win, but a 99% chance to get to the final 3. And then, like I said at the beginning of the show, the one HOH that I won was the final 4, which you could play in the following HOH. So you get somebody out, and you get to protect yourself the next week, and that's the most important one. And my strategy going in was to get to 6, you play for every veto, get to final 3, and then win. And I got close. But
Here's a good wrap up question, and people can comment below and let us know what they think, because this is what's confusing me. Julie told us it wraps up in 3 weeks. 3 weeks of gameplay. Doesn't that mean we'd have to have a double elimination this week, a double elimination next week, in order to get to the final 3 on the last week?
Fast forward?
No. They usually do. They'll do the double eviction this week.
Right.
And next week they'll do the single eviction, but before the next eviction they'll do another eviction, like on the Wednesday night show.
Fast forward, right?
Yeah, fast forward, which they'll actually tape on Tuesday and air on Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I got somebody wants to say hello.
Hi, Farrah.
Hi. Now that I'm showered, I'll say hi to everybody. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Ooh, this podcast just took a whole nother turn.
Wow.
I'm not looking. I am not getting in trouble.
I'm dressed.
Here you go. Last night on the episode, you had all the Big Brother couples from inside the house. This is the long distance one.
This is the showmance that will never be inside the Big Brother house. We're on Amazing Days. Because they'll make it Big Homicide and Amazing Homicide, because we'll kill each other. Love you guys. Have fun.
Bye. Thank you. Hey everyone, thanks for watching and posting your questions. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. You can find me at You Got Bronx on Twitter. Yo, bro, you mad?
Thanks for watching. Adam from Big Brother 13. You can follow me on Twitter at Heavy Metal Teddy. Also, I do a podcast every Sunday night with Ronnie from season 11 on TV Talk. So you can go to at TV Talk app, APP, and look up their website, tvtalk.com. Download the app for your phone, your iPhone, your Google phone, whatever freaking phone you got. Go to the website, listen to it. We record it right after the Sunday show, and it's usually up by midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So you wake up on Monday morning, you get to listen to Ronnie and I break down the episodes. Thank you for watching. Big Brother 13, Big Brother 15. Well, that's all, folks.
Well, that about wraps up our show for this week. Now, don't forget to head over to yourrealityrecaps.com to see all of our blogs, contests, and videos about Big Brother, Survivor, The Amazing Race, and even The Real Housewives. Oh yeah, Bravo fans, we cover those shows too, and John even does vlogs about them, kind of like Michelle's vlog. You know what, speaking of, well, not really, you can take all of our shows with you to go on your favorite mobile device or tablet. The iTunes and RSS feed links are below this video, and I even separated them between audio and video only feeds. Which, if you watch or listen in iTunes, can you please just take 1 minute and rate us 5 stars? 5 stars are going to kick a baby. Okay, I'm not going to kick a baby, but we would really appreciate it. And if you're watching on, YouTube or in a YouTube player, then give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any shows. And seriously, it really helps support us, and it allows us to keep bringing you content like this, our live events, and doing our prize giveaways. But if you guys really want to be a Gold Star supporter, then sign up to the live feeds through yourrealityrecaps.com. Just make sure you clear your cookies first. Or, you know what, you can also make a donation directly to us over there if you want, and you can do that too. But look, I get it. Money's tight. You guys should try not having any because you spend all of your time making shows and never working. Well, I'm kidding. I love you guys. Now, look, the easiest way that you guys can support us is simply just to share these videos on Twitter and Facebook. Actually, any social media website will do. You can find us on any social media website by just going to yourrealityrecaps.com / the name of the site you're looking for. So /Tumblr, /Pinterest, /Aaryn in the Face. Don't /Aaryn in the Face, people. I am kidding. And look, we're not just asking you guys to do it for our own selfish reasons. Every time you share content, you're entered into our iPad bundle giveaway contest. The details for that are over at the website, or you could just click all around this video. And you know what? The real reason that we guys do these shows is because we love interacting with all of you. So make sure that you leave your questions, comments, and suggestions wherever you're watching this, because you never know what's going to make the show the following week, or even instantly if you guys watch our live shows that we do in our ZeeBox room every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. The links to that and everything that I mentioned in this video are below wherever you're watching this video or over at yourrealityrecaps.com. So since I think I covered everything I could possibly cover, I will see you guys all next show. Bye for now.